What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Magic Singh and happy Friday to you all, which means it's tutorial day, and today we are going to be learning the revolution cut, which looks a little bit like that. It was that good, we'll do it again. The revolution cut, my friends, looks like that. I'm going to be teaching you this, which means you need to go grab your cards. If you have the Magic Singh playing cards, even better. Grab some snacks, grab a drink, and let's get straight into it. Alright guys, so you have your pack of cards. I've got mine, and we are going to learn the revolution cut, which looks like this. And I'll do that again, the revolution cut like that. So, it's very similar to the one-hand cut or the Charlier cut, which looks like this. So that's the Charlier cut, which looks fantastic, but then you've got the revolution cut, which just looks slightly more slicker. You've got that little spin. So it's the same thing essentially, but you're adding a little spin. That's all you're going to be doing, all right? So, just like before, your dominant hand, in this case, is my right hand. You now switch the deck into your left hand, which is your dealer grip position. If your dominant hand is your left hand, you're going to be holding the cards in your right hand, okay? So because my dominant hand is my right hand and my dealer grip hand is my left hand, I'll be holding it in my left. All right, so you can follow along as best as you can, and you just simply mirror it if you're using your right hand. I will try to use my right hand, which is a good little practice as well. Let's just give it a go now. Ooh, there we go. Yeah, perfect. Okay, not as smooth or slick, but just goes to show practice makes perfect. Okay, so my friends, grab your cards. You're going to hold it in your hand in dealer's grip, which is essentially like this. 3 fingers along the side, thumb resting on the side over here, index finger on the top. Okay, perfect. Now, to execute this, you're going to hold the same grip as you would for the Charlier cut or the one-hand cut. So, you've got the ring finger resting here at the bottom, and then you've got the middle finger and ring finger resting along the long side. Then you've got the index finger on the top, and the thumb again on the opposite long side. So that's the grip. So notice how there's a gap here. So you're not holding it here, you're holding it up like this. All right. Now, step 1 is the break. And to do that, all you're doing is with your thumb, you're holding about half the deck and allowing the bottom half to just drop. And you do take away your index finger just to give it a bit of breathing space. Just notice how that comes away. If I held it there, it wouldn't quite drop. See, I'm trying to release it, but the minute I do that is when the bottom half releases into this area. Now, don't worry about it falling out, because you've got this, your small finger here, your pinky finger, which is holding everything nice and secure. Okay, so remember the Charlier cut. Once you're in this position, you're using your index finger to push, clear, and then close, all right? Whereas with the revolution cut, let me just show you one more time what it looks like. It's this. All right, so there's a bit of finger exercise, finger stretching you can do beforehand just to make sure you really kind of get comfortable, because you probably might get stiff fingers or stiff hands, but just keep them nice and warm. All right, so break. Let's do that again. That wasn't great. So break. So the first part is this. Watch what happens. I'm just going to do it silently. Just watch what happens with the fingers. Okay, now what happened? So we did the break. The index finger joins the middle finger up here now. Pinky finger still stays there because you're supporting everything from it falling. Now it's going to be the index finger and the ring finger that do all the work. Now look what happens with the ring finger. It's going to come from this side over to this side, but if you try to do that now, it won't quite work, because you need the aid of the thumb and index finger to help. What does that all mean? Look what happens. The thumb and index finger are going to begin to rotate. But notice how these fingers come away so that it can do this. So that you can reach around, pinch, and then close, all right? It's a little bit tricky when it's going slowly, when there's no momentum, but look what happens. We break, index finger joins. Now the 2 fingers here, the middle finger and the ring finger, will release, allowing the index finger and the thumb to rotate the top half. Remember, don't worry about this one because your pinky finger is keeping all this intact, all supported. So as it begins to rotate, I mean, you won't be able to go that far. You can even use your your middle finger to support the rotation, right? So let's do that again. Break, index finger goes over, we rotate. Okay, all right, I've just noticed something now. I'm using my middle finger to support even more so. All right, so break, index finger joins, release the ring finger, which is this one here, use the middle finger and index and thumb to rotate. And notice the pinky finger keeping this one supported. As you get about here, I mean, you'll know the feeling. Your ring finger is going to come over through this gap over here. Once it comes through this gap, you're going to pinch with your index finger only, releasing the middle finger. Rotating it, and then closing over. All right, so let me do that again, nice and slowly. Break, index finger comes over, you rotate. Now, what happens here is your ring finger is helping push that bottom pack up towards your thumb, allowing it to pop through this little gap and completing the cut, all right? So you can see it slowly coming together now. So watch again, we break, we rotate, open, and close. All right, so we'll get there. So let me do that again. We're gonna break, index finger comes over, ring finger is released, we begin rotating, but the moment we begin rotating, the ring finger here will push to complete that revolution like this. Once you're here, notice how these fingers come back into this position. So the pinky is now supporting this finger, ring finger and middle finger are now here on the long side. Once you're here, all you do is release your index finger out and close with your thumb. I'll do it again. We break, index finger joins, ring finger leaves, you push with your ring finger, pop through, pinch and rotate. Now it's a little bit tricky because there's two things going on. So you've got the index finger and thumb opening one half, whereas you've got the index finger and the ring finger also doing the rotation. So watch again, we break, push through, rotate, and then you close. All right, so you break, index finger joins, ring finger goes underneath. Can I get you a better view? Push, pops through that gap, pinch, rotate, and use gravity. So as I'm tilting back, this portion is leaning against that thumb. And once it clears over, you close the pack up like this, using your thumb to guide it. So break, rotate, thumb, close. One more time, my friends. We break, index finger goes over like this, ring finger goes under, rotate, and you close with the thumb. And there you have it, my friends. That is the tutorial for the revolution cut. Remember, just keep practicing it, take your time, and maybe do it in your lap, do it over the bed, do it over the sofa, just so when you do drop the cards, because you are going to drop the cards, you can pick them up quite easily. Because trust me, I've done it before where I'm standing up and I've been dropping it on the floor so many times and it just gets a little bit frustrating. Yes, you get a bit of a workout because you get your squats in, but trust me, it'll get a little bit frustrating. My friends, thank you so much for tuning in. Please give the video a like, and if you haven't already done so, subscribe to the channel, tell your friends about it, and I will see you guys on the next one. Take care and have a good one. Bye bye.